Well, thank you, Emma, for inviting Brenda and I to come and sit with you today and to chat about your revolutionary skincare brand. We're also going to chat about some big achievements that you've had recently and the happenings behind the scene. So for our readers across the Waikato, you've become so familiar to all of us. You've been in our last 2 editions.
Thank you.
And we're excited to have you in our 3rd edition.
I'm very excited too.
Good.
Thank you very much.
It's quite a funny story when Kimberly reached out to us. Was it late last year? Yeah. And she sent an email with one of your media releases, and I rang Brenda and I was like, surely they wouldn't know about us. They wouldn't know who we are. Seemed too good to be true, but it's an honour to be here 12 months later and to sit with you and to have a chat. So thank you.
Absolutely. I think New Zealand and New Zealand communities are really important to the brand, and especially me coming from small communities like Morrinsville and growing up in the Waikato. So it's, for me personally, really something that is important to sort of honour those roots of who I am as a person and what's influenced me in my life.
Which we love, because since we've had you in our magazine, we've had so many more readers, so it's great. The community loves you.
I love the community.
That's good. So let's start from the beginning, and you just touched on it. You grew up in Morrinsville. Brenda and I have also grown up on a farm, and we know the influence that that has on all of us later down the track, from a work ethic and resilience and that type of thing. How would you say that upbringing has influenced you now in life and work, motherhood, that type of thing?
Hugely. So I grew up and lived in Morrinsville until I was around 10 and 11. My father worked for MAF and was a livestock officer, and we did a lot of share milking growing up. And so I have so many fond memories of a little kid waking up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning and going share milking with my dad, and just like absolutely loved it. Loved being out on the farm with my dad, like with the animals, just the simple things in life you reflect back on and just realize how special they are. And just the whole experience and lifestyle and people, I really think ingrains into you like humility, hard work, like kindness, the importance of nature and the intelligence, and not just how important it is to New Zealand, but to the world. And just learnt from that background of being incredibly tenacious, rolling up my sleeve, nothing being like below me. I'm willing to give anything a go, and it's really set me up and genuinely been values that have held for the rest of my life, and really critical to where I am today.
Yeah, which is amazing. Was Emma a tomboy on the farm?
I was a bit of a tomboy actually growing up. Really sporty, didn't wear makeup or think about skincare when living in Morrinsville and growing up farming. And my grandparents were also, they owned farms, and my dad grew up living on farms in Whangarei, and so it's been a huge influence, that background and that surrounding in my life. And I loved that I was like super down to earth and didn't need all of those things. You know, I wish like more girls would be like that today.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in our society now, it's very different, and
it is
cosmetic at a very, very young age.
I know. It's so true. It's just so different, and sort of that naivety that we had as kids, like growing up in the 80s and 90s, it's just so different now. I guess it's just the world and things evolve and change, but I feel really fortunate of that upbringing and the time that I had, where you didn't have that pressure on social media.
Life was easy.
Yes.
And my 5-year-old's already starting to go, oh, does this look good? And
oh
it's
my
just that
gosh,
pressure. And
I know.
With the school pressure, I'm just like, oh.
I know,
okay.
I know. I really feel that too from my daughter who's 6, and you just want to like pass on that wisdom that you've learned, that it really doesn't matter. But I think
be you.
But I think wisdom you have to earn, don't you? They have to kind of discover it for themselves, and we can help guide and shape. But
that's very cool. Great, thank you.
No, of course.
What is, and you sort of touched on
Yes.
but what's one of your favourite things about Waikato?
I think the people. People are so like down to earth and real and authentic and like focus on what really matters. And also the lifestyle, the beaches around the surrounding area, the nature, the farms. It's just very wholesome and nourishing and like all the good stuff. The good stuff in life.
I guess for you it takes you back to your childhood. Hey, when you go back and you remember those things of how good life was at 10 years old.
I know. It was so simple, so innocent, and I just have such fond memories. I went to Davis Street Primary in Morrinsville and just had the best time there. Loved the teachers, the school, and just the fondest of memories of sort of that time in my life.
Yeah, it was good. So we've touched quite a bit on growing up on the farm, but naturally it gives all of us an appreciation for how, food is produced and the work that goes into that. When we think of your ingredients in your products, are they sourced locally from New Zealand or is it more internationally or a mix? How does that work for Emma Lewisham?
Because we formulate from a position of understanding how your skin works, which sounds obvious, but it's not the standard in skincare. It's typically started and anchored around one core ingredient that's spoken around. So when you're anchored in understanding how the skin works and wanting to interact with it in a certain way and understanding what actions you require, you then need to get ingredients that will deliver that. And yes, some in New Zealand, but a lot also internationally, because ultimately we want to give customers a result and performance and perform a function, and so we are first and foremost driven by the best ingredient and the action. I think what we do get from New Zealand though is the phenomenal manufacturing here that we do with great parties and like equal-minded like people of like hard work and rolling up your sleeves and being partners, and also our New Zealand team and New Zealand influence.
That's interesting.
Which is so cool to see that it's still based and you do a lot still in New Zealand, which is great to bring it back to the community as well.
Absolutely. You never want to forget where you come from, and we wouldn't have been able to get to the international markets we have without the incredible springboard and support that we had in New Zealand and in local communities. So you never want to forget that and the role that it's had in your success, and also New Zealand's home to me. I absolutely love it here.
But that's right, if you're wanting the best ingredients and the best, they're not here, well, it makes sense to go elsewhere, doesn't it?
Yes, you've got to be really clear on what your guiding altitude is, and ours is like efficacy and scientific rigor, and therefore we're going to look globally to get that. And we've really advanced from the rosehip oils of the world. We're using ingredients which are beautiful and have a role, but advanced to the latest of what's coming out of science and nature, like human tripeptide 1s and different forms of peptides and ingredients that are just really at the cutting edge and coming out from labs in Germany and Japan. And we're sometimes first to bring these to market, and which is amazing. And I really like to emphasize that, yes, because it doesn't matter that we're on the bottom of the world. That doesn't say anything as to what we're capable of or have been capable of. And I've always really believed that from the start, that we can and are competing and in lots of ways exceeding the global beauty players. And that's from thinking differently, being innovative, curious, all of these values and attributes that I think we have as a country.
Which is important, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is.
Stuff onto the stage.
Yes. Well, I think it shows. I feel like we underestimate what you can achieve from here, but we have access to the global world now and talented people, and we genuinely have a way of working that, I am working with international markets, and New Zealanders are really hard working. They get on with things. They're great to work. They make things happen. They find solutions. We've got so many competitive advantages here as people and as a country that I think we underestimate.
Probably, yeah. No, it's amazing. It's very cool.
Your team talks about a skin-first formulation philosophy, where you essentially let the skin speak before creating a solution. Can you walk us through what that looks like? Obviously, on top of finding the ingredients internationally.
Yes, starting with the skin. I came from a technology background, and I think that really instilled in me like putting the problem at the center, and like being really clear on the problem that you're trying to solve, and then working out from there. And everything we do is really centered on what is the problem that we're trying to solve and how do we genuinely solve it. So when it comes to skincare, we will look at a concern that someone will have, whether it's acne, hyperpigmentation, and start with understanding, well, what creates it on the skin? How does that come about? What triggers it? What's interacting it? Looking at the problem and mapping this out on a whiteboard in relation to the skin, the Da Vinci Code, the various like processes and interconnections that it has, and to like get to one point you may need to unlock one other point to the skin. And it's just, I can't underestimate just how complex and intelligent it is. It's just not ever going to be enough to just put one ingredient on it. Like, it's way too intelligent for that. You really have to understand it and crack it and like speak to it. And in synergy, that's why we use up to 24 ingredients, because yes, powerful, but actually the true power comes when they're combined and working at various points of the skin. So it's completely flipped on its head, this approach to like buzz and a trending ingredient and kind of marketing first. It's very much like innovation, truth, rigor, like solving the problem first. And I think that's why we now see that the brand has performed, and that is because people talk about it and they buy the products and they come back, and retailers see that in their numbers, we see that in their numbers, and that has really ultimately been our success. It hasn't been great marketing, it's genuinely because we have revolutionary products that achieve something that hadn't been achieved before, and that is natural products that are safe and high quality and innate to our bodies, but have the highest of scientific rigor globally and are luxurious. People enjoy wearing them, they're beautiful, they're like a spa-like treatment, and like we would feel also at a very accessible luxury price point, like one that is like fair and of value.
Definitely speaks for itself.
It's like we all have very busy lives.
Yes.
And it's easy to put on. It feels beautiful.
Thank you.
Like you need to go and have a facial every week, just have a bit of a relaxing
No.
time.
Yeah.
Every morning and night. I love putting on my clothes.
Ah, that's so great. Thank you.
I'm busy.
I know. I don't have time for facials either. So it's like, how do we bottle that and concentrate it, and also just to help people's overall spend and time, and you are getting that level of performance in each of the products, if not more, in my view. And it's, I hand on heart know, if people purchase into Lewisham, they are getting such great value and they're genuinely getting results, and from a company that has real ethics and care and thoughtfulness and integrity behind it.
It is. Yeah.
How long does it take? That's obviously a very in-depth process. On average, how long would it take to actually make a product?
It is a long process. Because the first stage is very much like solving the problem, and that may not always be so straightforward. It might take a lot of like thinking, speaking to international scientists or external teams to understand what we need to do or perform on the skin to get there. Really like taking that thorough mapping process to an extent, and using scientific journals to like review that we've got that blueprint right. And then you've got the search globally for the actions. We're not going to the market and saying, give us this ingredient, because we don't know what ingredient performs that. We have to find the action. And so it's a different question. And versus here's a star product, put it into an off-the-shelf product, everything we're doing is bespoke, and our internal team, and even the textures and the creams, that's not off the shelf. They're all Lewisham created. and new textures that haven't existed. And so where something might take a year less, you know, one of our recent products, our Supernatural Vitale Face Elixir, which is like an alternative to Botox, and like genuinely it's incredibly intelligent, and people are just loving it. And one of Mecca's, I think it's their top performing serum currently. That took us 3 years, and that was because of hello. We've got a little visitor. That was because of all of the thinking, the breaking it down, finding the ingredient, and then the testing. We actually co-created with a lab in France testing protocol to actually prove that the product works at a muscular level. So it actually does relax and soften muscles. And so even testing can take 3 to 6 months. So then you have all the steps and the compliance and rigor that you have to go through for all of the different markets to take that product there. So there's a lot, there'd be like 1,000 steps.
And would it be different, you know, everyone's got different skin types, like your dry or mature skin. Does that make a difference in your formulations?
We don't actually buy into that people have different skin types. Okay. We believe that by using the wrong skin care products, you get different skin types. If you work with the skin's physiology and understand it, you're going to balance it, and so it should be neutral. So I wouldn't say I have a overly oily or a dry or combination. It just feels in balance.
Yes.
Because we're working with the skin and how it works.
And I've used products in the past where I'm like, it's drying my skin, or I've used another one that...
So you don't have dry
oily.
Skin,
It's just
maybe things needed to be brought into equilibrium.
I've definitely, hands down, noticed a difference.
Same.
Thank you. I'm really thrilled to hear that.
And even
Thank
like
you.
I touched on just before, the texture and how it feels when I pump it out of the bottle. It's just always so nice.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so silky, isn't it?
I appreciate that. Thank you. We really go to like all degrees to get that. Like, just don't give up. Like, if it's not perfect, we just won't release it. We'll keep going. Especially me, I'm very hands-on with the products and the textures, and
it's good.
And like, if it's like, oh, it's okay, or it's 9 out of 10, no, it has to be like exceptional. Like, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to our products, and like look at every product and scent and hand select them myself.
No, it's amazing. Well, we've kind of touched on it, but I was wondering, what's the collaboration process like with your in-house team and then the chemists that you're working with? I believe they've worked for brands like Dior. I hope I've got that right. But what is that process like?
The process is really collaborative. We do a lot of the thinking and like science. We have in-house physiologists and scientists, and they play that role for us, which is quite unique. So we actually have that team in-house versus external and just working with a cosmetic chemist. So when you're working with an actual physiologist, they understand how the body and skin works. So that's quite unique for a skincare brand to have that expertise in-house. It's typically a cosmetic chemist. And so a lot of the thinking is done like in-house, and even benchtop samples of the products and the texture. When we want to go up to scale up and doing our stability and PE testing, that is when we would go to our cosmetic chemists and teams and work with them on the scale up side of it.
Right. So you build it in-house and then you take it further.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how do you ensure efficacy and luxury meet science? Is that a really hard balance?
Absolutely. It's like the hardest, and that was the gap that I could see, is that 8 years ago there was that compromise on both ends. Like the luxury products, when you really understood the ingredients in them, it didn't marry up with the external look and packaging and the luxury positioning it was representing genuinely. But then natural products didn't feel luxurious and enjoyable. They smelled a bit funky and a bit gunky, and I thought, this is not a beautiful experience. And then further more to that, there was no science and rigor. It was very much, here's a rosehip oil and way you go. And I thought, that's just really, it just didn't give me that confidence that the products worked. But I believe natural products are better for us. So much now you have doctors and fertility specialists that say, make sure you're wearing natural products. What are you putting on your skin? There is that awakening. But we want natural products that still work and have that efficacy and, hello Molly, and feel like super luxurious and enjoyable. And so that was that altitude, and so hard, but I believe that out of any brand in the world that we have cracked it. And we are told that from the Net-a-Porters, the Harrods, the Liberties, the Meccas of the world, that we've really filled a gap that no one else had, and that our products are genuinely revolutionary.
And touching base back on, you just said about pregnancy.
Yes.
Your products are all safe to use during pregnancy,
Yes,
aren't they?
exactly. And cancer treatment, because of the ingredients and what we use, and why shouldn't they be safe for all life stages?
To stop?
Yes.
Just because you're pregnant, or
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Giving the skin's behaviour changes with not only age, but also seasonally. How does that support those how does your product support those natural fluctuations with summer and winter?
Yes, well, because again, we're thinking about how the skin works, we're also thinking about the different behaviour that it has in the daytime as well as the nighttime, and what happens to the circadian rhythms of our skin, our processes during those times. So they're designed in that way, and then we have products that maybe for winter are a bit richer, some more depth to them, and add more moisture to support during that time. But again, I feel the use of like a consistent small routine will help get through those natural variations as well. And
the way life goes, isn't it?
and the life goes, and I get it. Our face, it's such an armor. It's what the world sees first. We all want to have really good skin. We get confidence from that, and that's what motivates us to what we do. It's like giving women and people confidence in their skin. I think at the same time, for me though, it's also trying to get people to be a bit kinder on themselves and not overthink it, and not have to have perfect skin, because I think there's like genuinely a lot of beauty in imperfections and life on the skin, and not wanting to erase every imperfection on it. Being comfortable in your own skin, and like the philosophy for me is like having good products that give you the very best version of your skin and make you feel confident, but don't exacerbate that fixation on it, Also for people to realize there's just so much more things that are important in life, and like ultimately who you are as a person is going to show beauty more than anything, and that's genuinely true. It's not just a trite statement, it's true. Like the most attractive and beautiful people I've met are ones that are genuinely got great personalities and kind, and that comes through. So I just want to round that narrative a bit and have a bit of a responsibility around it, because I think there's so much pressure, isn't there, to
and like we
look
touched on
perfect.
before, is with the kids.
Exactly.
And trying to show them that you don't have to be perfect.
No.
You are perfect in your own
exactly.
way. And just be a genuine, nice person. And
exactly.
do your best.
Don't worry so much about what you look like and having everything perfect, and focus on what you're doing for the world and your work and what you love, and let that shine through and be what you fixate on. It's going to bring you so much more joy than the way that you look.
And if you meet 100 people, you remember the really nice people, don't you?
You do.
Not those that maybe just looked beautiful, but you remember the nice conversations and the kindness of other people. It's true.
I think so. When you get older, you start to realize all this. Yes, totally changes. And that's the thing. It's like that wisdom that comes from earning it from time, and so But it's good to be in that season of my life where it's not something that I like overly fixate on and
worry about.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So we've touched on this morning already, but just looping back, you've spoken a lot, and when we've been reading through the content on your website and that type of thing, about returning the skin's voice to the skin and influencing how the wider industry thinks about that. We saw that philosophy brought to life at this year's Australian Fashion Week, which was very cool to see. You partnered with the Australian-owned luxury label Bear Park and Isabella Schmidt, and you showcased, or they showcased, a skin-first runway look. The marketer in me wants to know, how did that collaboration come about between all the parties that were involved, and what did it mean for you to see that? Because that's a pretty big moment. We don't see that in fashion.
We have a really buoyant and big business in Australia, and also a really important home market for us. And there was the opportunity with our new product, our Sensical SPF Glow Serum, which is what I've just talked about. Like, how do we give products that do so much for the skin and simplify things and just make people feel the very best version of their skin? So it's designed to be that like all-in-one hero product that offers you the SPF 50 coverage. It has skincare benefits, but it also has pigment and a glow to it, so it can replace primers and foundation. And on the skin it looks beautiful, and people don't actually have to wear makeup. Which is such a good feeling, to go makeup free and just to like let your own skin shine through. And so we wanted to look at ways that we could bring it to life and show people how great it can look like on the skin. And so the partnership was like a natural evolution with the relationship that I have with the founder at Bear Park, Bella, and this opportunity to showcase a bare-faced look on the Australian fashion runway using like our products, and was a natural way to sort of to launch it to the world. So it came about with sort of that intention, and we worked with Isabella Smith, the makeup artist, to create that no makeup look using the product and using it as a highlighter on the eyes, and to still give it a really polished look, but still without foundation.
And it did. I saw the photos, and you really wouldn't know, because you just saw beautiful skin. It was like, oh wow. Yes. It was amazing.
Thank you.
It's very
the
cool.
team did a brilliant job.
It would have been a proud moment.
Yes, absolutely. I do. I remember at the show, first I was like proud of our team, because they'd worked really hard to bring it to life and did a really professional job, and so you always feel proud of that. But for me, I had you have this vision of a product and what you want it to achieve, and it was sort of, you work so hard on it behind the scenes and bringing it to market, and I hadn't really seen it in the public sphere in that way. So for me it was like, oh wow, and seeing on the skin, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, look at it, the skin looks amazing, and there's no makeup, and it's achieved that vision. And when you have it for such a long time, then you can see it out in the world. It's really exciting, motivating, and a great moment.
It was a very cool moment.
We're a bit of a fun question.
Sure.
What is your morning routine?
What is my morning routine? I know. Look, some mornings is better than others, depending on what I have on. But there's some non-negotiables. I always love to cleanse my face with our oil cleanser. I think it's got that ritual aspect to it, and kind of wakes me up and brings me into the moment, and it's a great springboard for the rest of the steps, because it adds so much nourishment to the skin. And then the other non-negotiables for me are the Supernatural Vitale Face Elixir. I love the depth and what that delivers to my skin for longevity and plumpness and richness. And then the Sensical SPF Face Cream, which is SPF 50 with skin benefits, and is luxurious. It's zinc, but it's non-whitening, and it feels like a balm, and really beautiful and gorgeous on the skin and leaves this amazing finish. So that's sort of my 3 non-negotiables. My go-tos. Yes.
Yeah. And like you said, sunscreen, it's great because you don't get that white tinge like a lot.
Which is hard to achieve, but it's like, it's beautiful, really proud. And it smells luxury. I felt like sunscreen was such a grudge use and not something that felt beautiful or enjoyable. And it's like, how can we make it desirable so people actually use it? And it's the first sunscreen that has actually achieved that for me.
And it becomes a routine. And
it's not like,
I've got to wear it today.
And like there isn't that reluctance. You look forward to using it. That was the test for me.
With the sunscreen, are you able to use it on your kids?
Yes.
On children?
Yes.
It's safe to use on children?
Yes, safe to use on children. Full zinc.
So you can use it on your kids, Brenda.
Yes.
Lather them up. Yeah. No, that's cool. So Emma Lewisham's morning is filled with Emma Lewisham.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
It is. It is.
So seeing your Skin First philosophy represented at the Australian Fashion Week, speaking of influence and what that had, on October 29 this year, Emma Lewisham achieved a record-breaking B Corp score of 121, a significant increase from 90, which is absolutely incredible. You are now the highest rated luxury skincare company globally. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I thought we'd just list through some of the achievements and then perhaps you could talk us through those.
So thank you.
It's an increase, 154% improvement in governance, a 25% improvement in workers, 30% in environment, and 22% improvement for customers.
Yes.
That doesn't happen overnight, and that doesn't just come from nowhere. I understand that would take hours and years of work and financial support and backing. What are some of the behind the scenes things that you've been working on to achieve such an increase?
Yes. I think from day one, I always when I say sustainability, I like to give that a bit of a definition. And to me, it's ultimately about being a considerate, thoughtful, responsible, ethical company, and that the owners and founders take responsibility. Because you can't separate the values of that company and the owners and leaders. It's like they're not two separate things. So you can't have these values but not operate like that with the business, because therefore you don't really have those values. And so it's never been like, let's be the most sustainable. It's always been like, well, let's just do the right thing. And when you can see things and you're like, well, that isn't the right thing, and who's going to be impacted here? And yes, it's behind the scenes, but we still know. You still know at the end of the day. It's still important. And I think for such a long time, it has been acceptable to operate in a certain way in industries because everyone's done it, and so it got normalized. And I think we came in and went, well, again, problem solving, looking at things with a fresh pair of eyes. Just because it's always been done like that doesn't mean it's right. And I think that's always been who I am as a person, and ever since I was a child, was challenging the status quo, a bit of a contrarian. And in Morrinsville actually, that the Pippins, or it may have been brownies, my father was asked one evening not to bring me back because of me challenging things and being someone that would ask so many questions. And that's, I think, it's a good thing. My dad always really encouraged that in me. And so if you operate from that way in every day in your team, and you hire people that have those same values, then you get to a point where then, yes, you do the certification, but it isn't doing the certification and then doing all the work. It's just, it doesn't work like that. It really reflects and finds out, are you this or not? How you just putting this together to certificate. You can't sort of circumvent that process. It has to show genuine action. And so it is that every day 1% that we do, from removing plastic bags when they come on bottles from overseas and finding a solution, even though that's maybe challenging and more costly, and then offering that solution to other brands. It's thinking about reduction in air freight and setting up warehouses in international markets to do so. It's thinking about the packaging material that we use, the ingredients we source, and how people are treated in the supply chain. It's how you treat your staff. Do you have good working conditions? And it's just being, to me, a decent human being.
And doing things properly and looking at every mortal detail. And could this be better? Is it okay how it is?
And that doesn't happen overnight.
No.
And I think we're always working on that, and we're not perfect, you know. I don't ever put out to the world that we are, but I think we're genuine in making progress and
trying the best that you know how to at the moment.
And coming down to those old school values of being a good leader. That it's from the ground up. Leading from the front.
Totally. And I again, like coming back to like farming, and I think that was something that farmers naturally do. They just like do the right thing and are methodical, and like watching my grandfather and my dad and the respect that they had for the decisions they were making.
Definitely.
Via osmosis, I do think that influenced me.
I would agree with that.
Caring for the land that you're actually working off.
Because it's serving you and giving back, and so that's the same with us. Like you give more than you take, it's reciprocal. You get so much back. So it's like thinking like that, and in that way.
It's good. It's refreshing to chat and to see a brand and product range that's built on that, like, good morals and that type of thing, because as you've said, so many people have probably done things for years and it's, oh well, we've done it like this, we'll keep doing it like that, until someone like yourself comes in and says, hang on, let's flip that on its head.
Whether that's how we formulate or how we show up in the world and look after and take ownership for our packaging or carbon emissions. So, and you need that in the world. You need at this time people to challenge things so that the rest of the industry gets better. So Emma
asking lots of questions as a child was a good thing.
I encourage that in other people.
No, I think it's good.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
So touching on that with the recycling and the plastic, obviously you've got your beauty circle program with the recycling of the products and the containers. You've reimagined the waste reduction, what it would look like in the beauty industry. For those, how does it work that might not be familiar with?
I think coming back to the problem that we could see at the start when we were looking at the industry with a fresh pair of eyes was just the waste annually. So there's 100 billion units of packaging that goes to waste, burnt annually globally. And the reason being is the majority of the beauty packaging can't be recycled, it isn't designed in a way to be reused. And we're doing that every year. And it's also the largest contributor to carbon emissions, so 70%. So packaging is so linked to two of the biggest issues, waste and carbon. So we had to come back to the packaging and go, well, we have to rethink the way that we design and treat and manage our packaging. So very much about how do we use material already in the world, so recycled content, but designing packaging in a way for refills so that people could buy ongoing pods or pouches. They are using less material, they are lighter, there's not as much manufacturing, so their carbon emissions are up to 74% less. And so you have less packaging and less carbon emissions. Going a step further and going, well, still what happens to the packaging end of life? We need to take ownership for reusing it, so sterilizing, putting it back in circulation, or ensuring it does get recycled and correctly. So it's again taking like the ownership and understanding down the line what happens to something you bring into the world and like making it the more sensible solution. To me, it just doesn't make sense we'd create something that has that destiny when we could do something different.
I think I was reading through about your sustainability, and is it right, you said 100 billion tonnes to landfill, which is like a small aircraft. It's huge if you think of it in that kind of perspective.
It's a lot, and we can't just keep creating more landfill and recycling plants and like we have to rethink it. We have to rethink everything right now, and and challenge the status quo, because it's not working globally.
It's not working, and it's going to hit a problem. Yeah,
it already has.
Change it.
Has, yeah.
Well, it has, but it's going to get worse, isn't it? Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And it's, people just don't know what to do, and now we've got the education now.
It is hard for people, and that's why I think it is so much on brands to make it easier for them.
Yes.
And to do that work. It should be, yes, consumers have to get educated, but I also think brands have a role in doing the right thing, offering them that. And for us, like, we've always believed to change a model and bring about change and new thinking in the industry, you have to first and foremost have amazing products, because people don't want to compromise products for sustainability. And that has been a challenge. It's been like, buy the sustainable product, but it can be inferior and not work as well, and therefore people don't want to buy into that model. So the challenges for business, and what we, I believe, have done so well is we've created amazing products that work and are beautiful, but also are sustainable. That then changes a model.
Every box has been ticked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think so.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely. So now we've just spoken about the beauty circle, but now that it is established, people are becoming more educated. Have you seen that make change in the way you would have hoped now? Or do you feel like we've made this much change and we've still got so much to go?
There's still work to be done, but globally we have influenced the beauty industry's acceleration to refillable products and ownership for their material, including global retailers like Mecca and Space NK. Before we really started speaking about circularity and this problem, a lot of people didn't realize it existed. So we have brought awareness globally, which I'm really proud of. And we've seen a lot more brands transition to refills. We've seen our retailers, take more refills and put them on the shelves to make them more accessible. There is this more of awakening of brands having to take ownership. But yes, there's still a lot to do.
Of course.
But encouraging signs.
Yeah. So just thinking for our readers in the Waikato and community members, where can they be taking their pods to recycle those? Is it just into Mecca?
They can go into Mecca or via our website. When they purchase a product, they can get a free return pack to stockpile products and then return them to us here in Auckland, in which we will work through, first and foremost, sterilise for circulation, and if not, ensure proper recycling.
It's a huge process as well, I imagine.
Yes,
it's a great thing, but it's a huge process on the other end.
And completely new thinking and redesigning a different business model.
No, it's great. So my husband is a dairy farmer, and we probably know how much time they give to self-care, but nearly every week Hilton would comment on the packaging. He'd say, it's so amazing, it's so innovative. Can you tell us a little bit about the packaging and the process? Like, where did that initially come from? Was that you wanting them to be designed in a way that is so innovative? I think of the blemish serum, the jewel one there.
That's Hilton's favourite, isn't it?
It's his favourite, He talks about it. His mum was over the other night and he said, go and get that thing that you use and show her. But where does, I guess, the brains behind that come from? And was that always an idea?
Well, there's considerations to it. First, the circular design. So we want the products to be refillable so that people don't have to buy so much the outer. They can just ongoing buy the refill. They've got the outer for life is the idea, and then they just refill it like that. And then with this particular product, it's a world first, patented, 20-year researched innovation with a live skin strand probiotic, so like actual live bacteria that sits in this particular canister. And the reason it's designed like this is that the bacteria needs to stay away from water and moisture, because once it hits water and moisture, it wakes up and it goes through its life cycle and then dies again. So that every pump has over 350 million live strands of Micrococcus luteus, which is live bacteria that was found on a human skin 20 years ago and now being brought to market and bottled, which is incredibly hard. But it's innate to the skin. It's incredible what it does for acne, blemishes, and just rosacea, any inflammation, eczema on the skin, because it's working at the microbiome level. It's going to the core. It's has antimicrobial peptides that actually crowd out any of the bad bacteria on the skin that leads to inflammation, like rosacea, acne, blemishes. So it's very intelligent, and so the packaging is a balance of like that refillable and circular model, but also like performance.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you enjoy that part of the business, like getting down to the nitty-gritty of how we're going to design the canister that this is in? Is that quite an enjoyable process?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes really challenging because you want it to be sustainable, circular, but perform, and practical, pump well, and so it's a real merge across the team of pulling it off, and really hard, especially with a specialised ingredient like that.
Yeah. So when we think then of refills compared to new products being purchased, from a statistics perspective, are you every month seeing such an increase in refills being purchased? Like, is that where you would like it to be?
Yes, it is actually. We've been so thrilled, and some of our retailers, and actually, like, we were told people wouldn't buy refills or buy into it, and I never agree, because I believe that people will, if they love the product and they're good and they repurchase. And why wouldn't they buy a refill if there's an incentive to do so, but also that if they understand that by doing so reduces carbon emissions by 74% in waste. Like, people do want to do the right thing if you offer it to them.
And people are thinking about that a lot more now.
I think so.
Recycling and the cost of, getting a brand new product versus the refillable. It's all in people's thinking now.
Yes, so it's really worked for us, which is so,
cool.
Again, you have this vision, and for it to actually come to life and work is super motivating.
And people probably like being a part of something that is making a
difference. Movement, something bigger,
as well, isn't there?
And there's a purpose to it, and they really are on that journey with us, and part of making a change globally. It's like change comes from an individual making a difference, right? Ultimately, it comes down to one person doing something that they wouldn't have normally done, and that accumulates if everyone does it. So, yes.
Funny you say that, Kiris, about Hilton. My husband, James, is a builder, so again, skincare is probably not the top priority for him. But he steals all my Emma Lewisham products.
We hear that so much about men. It's like, there's the husband of Emma Lewisham thing out there. We just have so many men that use the products and have so many funny stories that are shared. And men can use the products.
I wondered that. Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to do a specialised?
No, because it works for men's skin. So, no, they can use it. They can embrace the purple.
That's cool.
I often go in and he's using my...
Oh, that's fantastic. I know you've exposed it to everyone, and he's going to feel on the... Exactly. It is. It is. More men are getting into it.
Yeah.
Just in this is... Why not?
Why not?
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Even Kiwi builders and dairy farmers. It's great.
We try and get them into it. No, well, we've loved chatting with you today, and thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you.
Is there anything else coming for Emma Lewisham that you can share, or any little teasers?
Always something coming for Emma Lewisham, something in the pipeline. We do have new products coming next year that we've been working on that we're really excited for. Looking into new categories as a brand at the moment, more international expansion. I think just every day we are trying to get better than yesterday and really level up and bring better product. Well, just continue really to bring phenomenal products to people, women like yourselves, that make you feel good. You love using them, and you know that there's real purpose behind that particular brand. So ultimately that's what it's all about.
Is it hard to get to the point of, you've mentioned about new products, which is exciting. What gets you to that stage of thinking, okay, we need something that does this? Because I feel like there's a lot of products and they tick all the boxes for so many things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
Customers requesting products that they haven't been able to find, the serum, Supernatural Blemish Face Serum, was a response to people saying, if I get acne, blemishes, or inflammation, the approach is to put like a sledgehammer to it, right? It's like harsh treatment, it's drying, it feels awful. And we stepped back and said, well, where does the inflammation come from? Comes from an imbalanced microbiome largely, and how do we resolve that, but also whilst doing so in harmony and with the skin. Again, this is a skin strand probiotic that is innate to the skin and nourishing for the skin. So it's looking for opportunities of doing something that ultimately offers people a better solution.
Yeah.
And there are still a lot of those in the category.
Yeah. I was just going to ask quickly, when someone, you know, is new to Emma Lewisham and the products, and it's kind of like, well, where do I start? What is the best way to work out where to start? And does a consumer need to use, you know, every product in the set, or could they still find a lot of benefit from maybe using 2 of the products? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. They could start by talking directly to our team or going into Mecca and speaking to them, and what are they looking for? What are they trying to achieve? Should always be the question, and being really clear on that. And then our team or the Mecca team can be really specific for what they are looking for, whether they really suffer from hyperpigmentation, you do our skin reset, or you want something for skin longevity and like the best version of it and soften fine lines and wrinkles. That would be the Vitali Face Elixir, a cleanser that removes makeup, doesn't strip the skin, oil cleanser. So I think being clear on what you're trying to achieve. I don't think you have to use all the products, and I still think you can get really good results from using 3 products consistently. It's so much about consistency and also protection, SPF. There is no point investing in really expensive serums and creams if you're going out in the daytime not wearing SPF and sunscreen. So that would be like a non-negotiable, and I think you then like add the amplification and the treatments in addition to that. So it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. I do think we've like structured the products around like a routine and problems that people are trying to address, or challenges that they have.
No,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you again so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you for being here and
It's great.
and supporting us. I really appreciate it.
And vice versa, thank you for supporting us, and we love showing you and showcasing Emma Lewisham to our Waikato readers.
Thank you.
And for our Waikato readers, they can obviously go to Hamilton's Mecca to talk to them about their skincare if they want, or purchase products or drop refills off.
Yes,
There's
absolutely.
a lot of options for our Hamilton locals.
Absolutely.
And we can't wait to share this conversation with it in our up and coming edition in our summer autumn, launching in December this year.
Exciting. Gosh, not long.
So it's a busy few weeks coming up.
Oh, good on you.
And,
all the best with it.
If people want to read more about you, we've got the last 2 editions, 7 and 8, that you're also featured in.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Plenty for them to read up
No,
on.
thank you. And thank you so much to the Waikato
That's cool.
region and community of people that support us. It's for me, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and so do
I
we.
know most of my friends
Ah,
all have
please say
Emma
thank
Lewisham.
you. Please say thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
We wouldn't be here without our customers, so
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No, thank you.